What up? What up? Here we are with another episode of the Hooswhere podcast, man. I'm your host, Chase Minnifield, coming to you live from Lexington, Kentucky. We have a special guest on the line today, man. Straight out of 305, UVA quarterback, Richmond quarterback, founder of Strauss and Ramm shoes now. You know what I'm saying? Michael Strauss, what's good?
What's going on, man? Thanks for having me.
Of course.
Been a long time.
And we got Dom Joe coming out of Philly.
Yeah, man, I was about to say, I don't like this new platform, man, if you ain't going to introduce me the right way, man. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be, and we got Dom Joe on the line. How you feeling? Or Dom Joe fresh out of Philly. How you feeling?
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? You
got your thumb all in the screen, bro. It's just not good. It's just not good. It's just not good. You know
listen, man. So, I feel good, though. Feel good. I'm encouraged about Jalen Hurts, man. Even though we lost today, man, I got to take a moral victory, man. Anytime you're 4-9, man, you got to take what you can get, bro.
Hey, bro.
You got to take what you can get.
And then another thing. Every time we introduce you, got to go to the Eagles, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
football season, man. It's football season.
All I want to know is how you do it. You good or you not good? Then go straight to the Eagles.
Doing good, man. But hey, although the Eagles don't pay my bills, man, sometimes my mood could ride on what happens, you know what I'm saying, earlier in the day.
Max Milien, what up?
What up, world? You know me coming to you live from Charlottesville, Virginia out here, man. Hope y'all having a blessed Sunday as always.
Solid. So we're going to jump right into this thing, man. So Mike, man, what you up to? Tell them what you up to right now. What you up to these days?
Well, I get to do a lot more down here in Miami than the rest of the country. They haven't really locked us down yet in Florida. So, I got that working for us. Business has been able to stay open. Started my new men's line. I grew up in a family business in shoes. And I just kind of went ahead and, we'd never done men's before. It's always been women's. Started working with my dad about 6 years ago, right after I finished playing. And then recently did the men's thing, and it's going well. Did an exclusive launch with Nordstrom a couple weeks ago. It's going well. So it looks like that'll continue. And that's where we're at. Excited, was nervous before. Now it's, now seeing it work out. It's nice to see.
So my question is, what you nervous about? Like, you've been doing this for a minute. What's the difference between doing the women's thing and why would you be nervous and just going into a men's shoe?
It's same thing like when you're playing a game. You don't really get nervous. You just get those pregame kind of those nerves, right? You just gotta, once you get out there, they kind of go away. Same thing with the shoes. You think you got a good product, you know what you're doing. But until you get it out there, until the customer says that they like it, I can't really, feel too confident yet not too confident, but too sure until I see what the customer says.
Word. I just recently got me. I ain't rocked them yet, but I got me Jones. You know what I'm saying?
There we go.
I got me some Jones right here.
Okay.
There we go.
All right. So you gonna send a free pair to the whole podcast, Strauss?
I got you guys.
Nah, man, we ain't getting no free pairs. We ain't getting no free pairs, bro.
Just because you paid for yours, Chase, that means he's got to send 2 free pairs.
I ain't got no problem. I ain't got no problem supporting the cause. Man.
Hey, man, we gotta support small businesses, right?
I got you.
I ain't got no problem.
Let me know how much I need to send you, bro. I got you.
Max asking for the discount, Joe. You gotta ask me how much you gotta send you.
He's not even asking for the discount,
right? He asking for free lunch.
He wants a handout, not a discount.
Yeah, he asking for free lunch.
Hey, man, just let me know. Let me know. All right, I'm not.
Then he said, "Let me know how much it is. I send you the money. It's on Nordstrom, bro. Just order." You know what I'm saying? Like,
but you know what I'm saying? I want Nordstrom to get a cut. I'm gonna send it to you directly.
No, I would rather you buy through Nordstrom.
Oh, all right. I got you.
Build the business.
The business.
I got you.
So, nah, man, that's super dope, bro. That's super dope. I ain't checked them out, so I can't give you the review yet on if I got my Achilles is bleeding or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? But as far as what it looked like, it looks solid.
The shoes are comfortable. Yeah, the shoes are comfortable. I mean, the thing is, they look good. They're really well priced, and the main thing is that they're comfortable. That'll be the first thing you say is, "Man, these are comfortable."
Good.
So that was, being an athlete, liking to wear Nikes. How can I get shoes that I like to wear out, to dinner, work, make it so you could wear it every day and, not be hurting at the end of the day, like some of these more expensive shoes that I buy.
Is that all you wear?
Now that I'm making men's shoes, it's pretty much all I wear. I'll wear some Nikes, obviously, in the gym. There's a couple brands that, make slippers and things like that. Allbirds, I like them a lot. So some brand specific things that they do better than other people. But going out, work, I'm pretty much wearing all my shoes.
Who are you trying to compete against as far as just like, would you have a direct competitor who would you say is just like in the same price range, same style type situation?
I haven't, for what I'm doing, it's like, so I call it white space. So I kind of found that nobody was really doing these looks, these types of fashion looks at these prices in real suedes, real leathers. And I kind of using that, parlaying all the relationships I have on the women's side to get good costs, things like that, to be able to offer that over. What was the point again? I was trying to get to. Shoot.
Who's the competitor? But he says white space.
Yeah. The competitor. So I don't really see other brands that are competing with me at this moment, because I'm kind of doing something that's different. That's not really out there. But there's a brand out there that does a chukka type sneaker called Supply Lab. They're also, they do some other basic looks similar, but try to do like some dress casual looks, but make it kind of sporty and comfortable. I don't really see anybody else doing it, so that's why I think it's having success. But from a brand standpoint, I think I'm too small at this point to like give you a big time competitor of mine. As I grow, as we go into new categories, just like on the women's side, I have a lot of competitors, so I'm sure that'll come up as we go. Solid,
man. So yeah, man, I was just down there messing with Strauss. I was in Miami, man. We go get this workout in. First of all, you know what I'm saying, I'll reach out to Strauss. I ain't seen Strauss in, I don't know, years, you know what I'm saying? So we go out and get this workout in. I'm the workout guy. He's like, hey man, if you want to get a workout in, we can get a workout in. I was like, you ain't gonna ask me to work out and I ain't gonna hit the workout. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really know what I was getting into.
It's a lifestyle down here, man.
Hey, I didn't know what I was getting into, but I know that whatever I'm getting into, I should be able to outwork Strauss, right? Like, hey, bro. Like whatever I'm getting into, I should be able to get out there and outwork Strauss. But Strauss been staying in the gym a little bit, getting a little lift in. And I ain't gonna lie, bro. I went in the morning.
You got the worst of it? You got the worst of it, bro?
Hey, bro, I got to work out in the morning too, right? Upper body.
No. Answer the question.
It sounds like you got the worst of it, Dom.
Answer the question. You got the worst of the workout, bro?
I don't think I got the worst of it, but he was looking pretty strong in there. Right?
Hey, man, living down here, you got to have your shirt off half the time. So, you got to stay in the gym.
Yeah, man, he was doing his little thing, but it was still the same Strauss. You know what I'm saying? So essentially, there was a board with the workout on there, and it was like 3 sets of 15 on these, 3 sets of 15. He said, all right, let's do like 10 or 12 right here. You know what I'm saying? Let's just hit these with 6. And I was with him. That's what I was like, yeah, that sounds smart right there.
Or Strauss, did you modify Strauss because he couldn't hang, bro? Did you modify it because he couldn't hang?
Yeah, he was struggling a bit. I had to shave a few reps off.
Hey, listen.
There you go. You gotta let him know.
He was shaving reps for himself too. I'm gonna keep it a beam.
Hey man,
I needed to shave. I ain't gonna lie, I needed to shave because it was gonna be about 25 of anything right now is gonna hurt me. You know what I'm saying? So knock those down, and we was still in the same bracket. But yeah, Strauss was, you know what I'm saying, he looked solid. I probably should have picked leg day because I know he ain't gonna hit no legs, but we in Miami. So, we got the beach body boy in.
Yeah.
And, it was great. But, it was a good time seeing my man and just catching up with him.
Well, I'm just glad you got to spend some time with him, man, because I hit Strauss.
Oh, man.
He big time me, bro.
He big time you.
I was about to say, man, I didn't big time Chase, so
I get Chase. You know what I'm saying? Chase got the juice, man. Hey, little Dom Joe, man. You feel me? I hit Strauss up.
Dom, I barely remember, man. I was down in Miami one time. And I think he big time me too. That or Aaron gave me the wrong number. It was one of the two. But I was down in Miami, you know what I'm saying? And I was up at where was I? I think I was at One Oak. Maybe.
Wrong city, man. Wrong city. One Oak is LA.
One Oak is in LA.
I was on some rooftop. And I'm in Miami, so I hit up Ant. He down there. I said, hey, man,
we're talking about LA clubs. And
I said, where I need to be at, man. Ant told me this rooftop bar that he be going on to all the time that you took him to in Miami. And he said, hit up Strauss, see what he doing. I think I texted you. I ain't never get no text back, man. I'm gonna blame him on he gave me the wrong number, but I don't know.
Man, I hope next time you guys come down here, you gotta hit me. I'm gonna take care of y'all when you come down.
Man. No, we definitely will. No, we definitely
this
will.
This is another thing about the live. I live with hoodies on, right? Like I always got a hoodie on. And
he took all that off by the end of the
workout. Hey, you got it.
Hey, came out of that hoodie early, bro.
I said, you're gonna change. He's like, nah, I'm straight.
Y'all good.
Sweatpants. You got sweatpants on. I'm like, man, all right.
All right. Yeah.
All right.
That Miami Heat got to me a little bit too. You know what I'm saying? It was a little humid.
Yeah.
You know, notorious for that. You know, notorious for letting the Miami Heat get to you, bro.
Yeah, man. I don't really mess with Miami Heat like that, bro. There's a couple game day stories that we only gonna get into today playing against the Heat. But we'll keep this as we keep this thing going, man. Like, talk to us about UVA, man. What brought you to UVA from Miami?
So yeah, UVA is far ways away, not too far, but you know, in terms of how different of a lifestyle it is, how different of a school, you know, area it is, you know, that I get down here, and this is all I knew growing up. So it was a good change for me. Why I chose it, you know, my family, you know, we had a real big emphasis on academics. Why a lot of guys like to go to Virginia too. So I say it was a combination of being in a good conference in ACC and then being a top school. Those were the main drivers, you know, for me and my family at the time.
What are the offers? I mean, this is what I say. Anybody that comes up from Florida and passes up all these schools in Florida to come to the University of Virginia, I got some question marks as soon as you come into the door.
Yeah, no. I actually, you know, I'm a big Alabama fan, but the reason is because, you know, Nick Saban actually offered me a gray shirt scholarship, which looking back, you know, I'm real young for my age. I was born in the summertime. So I'm right there at the end. I really should have been held back, you know, for that reason. So he kind of saw that. And I never at the time wanted to do anything like that either. I wanted to play. So, you know, I liked Alabama a lot. I was committed to Tulane for a while too. I liked New Orleans. But ultimately Virginia was the right fit.
Yeah, because, you know, Mike Parker, he come from down there. Pablo come from down there. I'm like, yo, we got Florida probably got
Pablo.
Oh yeah, Pablo.
Shout out my man Pablo.
Yeah, Florida probably got like one of the most schools in out of states, like has the most schools in there. Like you got FIU, you got a whole bunch of schools down there.
Yeah, I had FIU, I had FAU. I wanted to get away for a little bit too. I kind of wanted to change it up. You know, I got homesick at the beginning. You know, y'all know. I'll be coming home all the time, but you know, if anything, it made me appreciate a lot of the things I have here, and you know, with changing it up, grew up a lot quicker.
So talk about your high school career, man. What was it? You was out there breaking all the records. What was going on out there? I just see, you know, Mike carry himself with the extreme confidence, extreme swag out there as a quarterback. So, you know, it's feast or famine. So I'm assuming you was feasting out there in high school for sure.
Yeah, no, I had a real good high school career. You know, coming into high school, nobody would have ever expected me to be able to play college football. Well, it was a dream of mine, but it wasn't a realistic goal at the time. And then I had a coach I worked with a lot my freshman year. Kind of, you know, I grew a little bit, you know, grew into myself. And then by my sophomore year, I started the last 2 games of the season, and then going into my junior year, there was a lot of hype around the team. We actually went to the state championship. I was all state my junior year, first team all state junior, first team all state my senior year. Broke all the records in school. Me and Chicory.
You still got the record, or somebody done got you?
I think I still have all the records at Gulliver. Richmond. I lost some of them at Richmond, but Gulliver, I got them. But yeah, I mean that's where you know that attitude, that swagger, that confidence, just being able, just going in, doing it on the high school level. You know, always having that good team, good stats. You kind of feel, you know, you have that confidence going into college. Yeah, a lot of, you know, my senior year, I won the award for Dade County Player of the Year 1 through 3A. So I had a real good high school career. Didn't win the state championship, but was the only team to go to the state championship besides Sean Taylor's team in 01. So that was a good accomplishment too.
Solid, man. That's what's up.
Yeah.
So you come to UVA, and you, like you said, it's kind of like, all right, this is a culture shock right out the gate. But talk to us. So what did you go in there and study? What you studied out there? You was in a football degree major?
Yeah, the first thing I studied psychology. Yeah. And then I think by the time I figured out I was going to transfer after my sophomore year, I would have probably changed majors. I didn't really love psychology. I wanted to do some more stuff business related. That's also why, you know, another reason why I wanted to leave too, because the business school at UVA is someone else can't really play and do it. So that didn't really work. But yeah, that's what I was studying. It didn't really click with it. that's so.
So you, like you already brought up about transfer. When did you transferred after your sophomore year or before your sophomore year?
Yeah, so I graduated early. If you remember, I was on campus by myself, in my class by myself. I was up in Hereford, snowing.
Yeah.
You know, by myself in this little jail cell, basically what it felt like. So you know, but
Ain't
after
nobody
my
visit out there.
Huh?
Ain't nobody visiting out there at Hereford.
That's what I'm saying. I was all alone up there. I got homesick real quick. But it was after I was there for 2 full years, 4 semesters because of that semester. Needed to change. Wasn't getting what I wanted out of the situation, and
we can dive in on the situation, but what was your did you graduated though?
I graduated where? I graduated from Richmond.
UVA.
No.
Now just had to transfer some credits over.
Yeah.
Solid. So yeah, man, what was your all right, let's talk football then. So we get into the football thing. Strauss comes over, you know what I'm saying? He has extreme confidence. He comes from Miami-Dade County. And you know what I'm saying? He comes in here and he's ready to do his thing. We had who was our starting quarterback when you showed up?
Verica.
So things is
my
open,
guy.
Man. So things is open.
He's got to be one of my favorite people, like, ever. Like, we don't even talk that much now, but at the time, he helped me so much, just kind of like learn everything, how to do stuff. He was real important early on.
So you was there when Verica was actually playing, or he had already graduated?
Yeah, he was a senior.
Okay.
It was his senior year, and then all 4 of us freshmen came in that year.
What was that, 09?
That was 2010.
2010. Oh, yeah. Jamil started 09. Yeah, okay.
So then, you come in with a freshman class, right? And was the quarterbacks on? Who else was on the roster?
So it was Ross Matheny was on the roster, and then it was me and Mike Rocco coming in, and then Jake McGee and Miles Gooch, who were quarterbacks coming out of high school.
So I forgot McGee was a quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, Jake just moved down to Miami. Him and I, we work out almost every day together.
He's
making up for lost time. He's been getting after it.
Yeah. So essentially, they show up. It's open competition. That's what you're getting from your recruiting process. Open competition.
Yeah, that was what was said, and it was. It definitely was. I mean, everybody had a fair shot. Mark was the most experienced, and he was the best at the time. So it made sense for him to start.
Yeah.
But I went in there like with the intent to compete for the job as a true freshman, but not that going in expecting that I would get it.
For some reason, I only remember Strauss on the practice squad. I don't remember like Rocco or anybody else coming over to the P squad and running the P squad queue. I don't remember that person. You remember that, Don?
Nah, I just remember his freshman year. We used to call him Moneyball, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Lotto.
Yeah, I was tearing you guys up though. I was tearing you guys up on the practice squad.
Yeah, you was getting them boys over there for sure.
What would happen was they tell me where to throw. You guys would have that covered. I go all the way backside to Jake McGee on the deep ball.
Go backside on
and then Coach Reed brought me in his office. Like, listen, I gotta thank you for you made me change my defense this week. I was like, all right,
Hey man, that's one thing you hate about practice team, man. When they tell you where to be.
I used to get into it though.
I've been there, yo. I've been there.
I used to like beating y'all. I used to get hyped. when we see next play.
So there's actually nothing wrong with P squad, right? Like you go in the P squad and you know what I'm saying, you're actually going against obviously some of the better players in the conference. You know what I'm saying? At least having an opportunity to go against some of the better players in the conference. Like you're actually getting better work than the actual starting quarterback is getting at UVA practices. Let's be honest, because UVA we're not going too deep out there. You know what I'm saying? So the 1s and the 2s and the 3s is a pretty solid job. You know what I'm saying? So
I had a good time over there.
I was gonna say a lot of the receivers on the offense. I had a highlight film of a certain cornerback that they went against most of the time in practice squad. He wanted the best.
Oh yeah. But like I said, like you can go against you can go in practice squad and you can like when I was a freshman, I was on P squad. Like I loved going against the one wide receivers, Kevin Ogletree, Maurice Covington, all these boys that are playing on Saturdays, and you get to go play against them, and you get to go prove yourself. Same thing with the Skins. Like when I was on P squad, then I'm like, hey man, I'm about to go out here and I'm about to treat this just like game reps, and I'm going to see where I stack up against, first level or starting competition in the ACC or in the, NFC East, whatever you want to call it. So essentially taking that situation and actually feeling confident, you should have felt more confident once you was having success against the scout team, and then going into your second year, really had that thought process. All right, Verica's gone, it's Rocco, it's Mark Ross, it's me. We're going into a competition. How did that play out for you?
Yeah, I mean, when Mark graduated, it was like, that was a pretty full-blown competition from then. It was really between Ross, myself, and Rocco, because I think at the time they already started to transition Miles and Jake over. But I me, I'm a kind of like a gunslinger. I think at the time our Coach Laser was, a lot more of a, check, if it's not there, check it down, more, a lot of things, which what you're supposed to do. I maybe took a few more chances than they liked. At the time I and still do. I still thought I was the best quarterback at the time. But it's for whatever reason it was, didn't work out. But I mean, I thought I did enough. And then there was times where, I just thought they could have put me in to see what I could do when maybe a game was out of hand or something like that. So, for whatever it was, didn't get my shot, but, worked out for me. Went over to Richmond and did my thing.
But you transferred to Richmond, and your first game is against Strauss just dropped on out of there, bro. But your first game against Richmond, you transferred to Richmond, and your first game is actually against the University of Virginia. Tell us about that. Tell us about that thought process of like, all right, I'm about to go to Richmond. I'm about to play against all these people that I don't even know if Coach Laser and there was there no more. But
yeah, they were. So that when I transferred to Richmond, there was a senior quarterback on the roster too. So he was actually the starter, and he got knocked out I think it was in the second quarter on the goal line. And I think it was like third down. We called some play. He had to come out because, when your helmet comes off, you got to come out. They called a play. It's my first college play ever. I mean, I'm running on the field versus Virginia. First college play. We got a fake jet sweep. I snapped it too early. I was a little nervous, but I snapped a little too early. Roy came and busted me up, and I'm literally throwing it, jump ball throwing it, and it finds its way into my running back's hands. We score a touchdown. So my first play was a touchdown pass against my old team, which was pretty cool.
I actually started watching this. So I'm at the Washington Redskins, and you know what I'm saying? I'm on injured reserve, so I'm watching all the UVA games. And I was actually cheering for Strauss. That's why I wanted to be one of I cheer for those type of stories, right? Like essentially, like you not having an opportunity at a certain place, doesn't matter where it's at, but then you go somewhere else, and then your first game and your first actual action is against the people that you wouldn't even that said you couldn't play. Oh, I hope you do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hope you do your thing. It might be one.
Yeah, that was the reason. That was one of the reasons why I wanted to go there. I knew they were going to be playing. I knew we'd be playing Virginia twice in the next 3 years. So that gave me extra motivation to go there.
So yeah, you actually you tell us about your Richmond career. So you actually go out there, and now when you show back up at Richmond, you know what I'm saying? It's they lay out the red carpet for you when you show back up to Richmond. So tell us about your Richmond career.
Back to your point, when I threw that touchdown, Jake McGee and all these guys said low key they were rooting for me to score. I thought that was funny, even though they were there suited up. Yeah. But yeah, that was I have a lot of relationships with you guys, and special relationships with older guys, some of the guys my age. And it was it was nice catching up with them all after the game, and all of them telling me, hey, we were hoping that you'd score, so it was kind of funny. But Richmond was great. First year didn't win the starting job, and then there was about 4 games left in the year, and our quarterback broke his ankle, I think it was. And then I came in. We went 4-0. I put up all kinds of stats. My first game starting at Richmond was versus James Madison. And they were number 1 in the country at the time in the FCS. And we went and beat them. And I threw for 300 yards. That's when I kind of knew, like, okay, I can play. I can play here. I can do this. And then from there, that the next year we didn't have a great record, but that's when I broke almost every record out there. Was in the Walter Payton Award finalist watch going into my senior year. And then senior year was going well, broke my ankle, fractured my ankles, with about 4 or 5 games left. Had a doctor there tell me, I needed surgery, wasn't going to play again. Came down here, got a second opinion. From a family doctor. He said, you can play with the pain, 4 or 5 weeks, you'll be good. So I was able to come back with a couple weeks left, made it to the playoffs. Got to finish it out that way, lost to Coastal Carolina, who's right now like top 10 in the country. But I was happy I got to finish. But all in all, pretty happy about how things worked out there. Wish we could have beat Virginia my senior year, but it was close. Halftime, it was close. We were down 10 points. We had the ball on the 2-yard line, and our running back fumbled going into the end zone. Would have cut it to 3 at half. Instead, y'all came out at halftime, went up 20-3, and it was all she wrote.
Hey, listen now. We you was once one of us, but we still got to whoop you up now. Don't get it twisted, all right?
Yeah, right.
We were in it though. We were in it. No, we were in it until I'd say that after y'all scored coming out of halftime. But then the other big game I had was in my junior year. We played 23 on a game losing field goal. But that was another game that I was real proud of my performance, the team's performance, kind of showing I could play here.
I wish just be glad I wasn't out there and one of my former teammates showed up as a quarterback outside there across from me. Boy, that would have been a great day. I would have loved that. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be running it straight up. So that's awesome, man. Congratulations on obviously finding yourself. Everything's not for everybody in the situation. I just had that conversation with some of my employees, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
I just had the conversation. Like, at the end of the day, like, every situation is not for you. Like, just because we're trying to interview you and train you for a position, if you don't feel like this is a good fit, you don't got to be here. And actually, I suggest you not be here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I suggest you not be here because ultimately, it's just going to keep going down the wrong path. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about it. So essentially, like, as soon as you feel like you get bad vibes, control your vibes, go to where you feel better vibes at. Or you could just keep on dealing with it. You can go Dom Joe's route and go 5 the hard way. You know what I'm saying?
5 the hard way, man. That's not for everybody.
That's not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? And, if Dom went somewhere else, he might be, they might be rolling out the red carpet as well. You know what I'm saying? So everybody got that choice, though. That's why I want everybody to know.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, exactly. Everybody's got a different path, different way of wanting to do things. For me, it was like, if I wasn't going to play, what was I, putting all the work in, all these hours, to not see the field was just something that I just couldn't continue it.
Because it's only one quarterback.
Yeah.
And
it's not like they're just gonna work me in the second quarter, right?
Yeah.
Couple plays. Not like get on special teams,
What'd you say?
I said, Dom Joe, come and get a series, at corner. So you can come get you a series real quick and just, fill it out.
Yeah. My thing was, number one, man, I just like the academic thing. I think that was a big factor. But then also just like I wrote it out this long, and like I couldn't leave. I wouldn't want to play football with nobody else than who I was playing with. You know what I mean? So that was my big thing. And then like I spun it to myself. Like everybody used to ask me, "Yo, Dom, you starting? Dom, you starting?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, get to the game early because I'm on kickoff and kickoff return. Can't start. They not starting without me. Just get there early."
There you go, Dom.
So like I just funny, man.
I know it is, man. You go 2 years with them asking that question. Hey, man, you starting? Hey, man.
Right. And then you look at the situation because you got me, you got Rocco, you got Ross, either all in the same year or Ross was one year older. So the fact that Rocco was starting and that they had named Ross to backup, I didn't really see a route to starting there. Who knows what would have happened if I stayed, right? Rocco ended up transferring too. But Rocco ended up transferring to Richmond. I'm sure you want to talk about that too. But
no, we ain't gonna jump into the Rocco show with the Richmond. You know what I'm saying? We'll leave that one for another day. But that's an interesting story, an interesting dynamic for sure. Y'all probably should talk about that one-on-one with my man Strauss.
we have me and Rock.
Hey, what's going on, bro? What the heck is going on?
I have no idea what Dom's doing, bro.
What are you doing?
I don't know. Ain't he muted? He might got to take care of the baby.
Baby right here, man. Baby right here.
What are you doing though?
They say MTV Cribs? I don't know.
You haven't answered the question yet. What are you doing?
I like the baby room because of the lighting. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man.
You look prettier in the light.
Fit.
You got kicked out? You got kicked out of the room, bro?
Nah, bro, we got to have some ground rules, bro. We got to have some ground rules, man. First of all, turn your camera around so we can get the full length cheeseburger style. You know what I'm saying?
You want the cheeseburger?
Yeah, bro. Come on, man. We out here trying to get more serious with this podcast, bro. So all Hooswhere podcast listeners, UVA alumni that's rooting for us to blow this thing up, man. Look what I got to deal with. It's the same thing that used to be working on Saturday. It's the same thing that used to happen on Saturday, bro. Like everybody else is doing right, and then we look up to his camera and his little folder, his little square of the drum, and it's all got a little slither. He got a little slither, and he's moving around.
Hold on. What happened on Saturday?
Saturdays? What you mean on Saturdays? Not this Saturday, bro. On Saturday.
What happened on Saturdays?
When we used to play together. What you mean? Dragging you. You know what I'm saying? Dragging you. You know what I'm saying, bro? Dragging you, making sure that we win in these games, bro. Making sure that we
bro. Come on now. You know, don't do that. Don't do that on live, bro. Don't do that on live, bro.
We got video evidence.
Don't do that on live, bro.
We got video evidence. We got video evidence.
All right, bro.
Hey, Max, you ready to share your screen, Max?
We ain't gonna go there right now.
Max, you ready to share your screen?
Hey,
Don, I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. If you ever said Dom Joe was the weakest link or was out there losing the fight, man, you probably got one game, bro. Dom Joe never dragged in a game, bro. Don't get that shit twisted, bro. Don't get that. Hey,
Chase, what play you want out here, Chase?
Hey, I want the fourth or the third and John when he's sitting back there in his flat foot. Go ahead and bring that up real quick.
Hey,
bro,
Chase.
Everybody got bad plays. What are we doing here? We having a pissing contest or what? What are we doing? Everybody got bad plays. What are you talking about?
Hey, I used to come to the line.
I'm still having to make sure that I get them to the game and get them through the game, right?
I used to walk up to the line, man. I try and find Dom Joe. That's why I wanted to go with the football.
Oh yeah, go on now.
I got a pick 6 against you in the spring game, though, Strauss.
Oh,
come
you
on,
talking
man.
about?
And then I threw the ball in the stands or something after that.
Yeah, I threw the ball in the
stands. Yo, come on, man. I think I cut the check off of that, bro.
I told Chase the one DB I was scared of when I got there was Ross.
Side down.
He was like white on rice, man. That guy was like glue.
Sorry, man. Let's get this thing back on board, bro. So Strauss, man, you go to Richmond. What did you study? Did you get to do those business classes like you wanted to?
Yeah, I got to do business here. That was another reason why I wanted to go there, because the business school is ranked like in the top 15. So it was still like the same reasons I like going to Virginia. I was still going to get that at Richmond too. So yeah, I got to do the business thing there, and ended out pretty well. Got lucky I got to do that. Learned a lot.
Get your grad all that?
What? Sorry?
You finish everything?
Yeah. I finished. Yeah. No, I did it. I only had about one. I think I had one class my 5th year. I pretty much finished in 4 years.
Awesome. So then you get a chance at the NFL, right?
Yeah. So, I was probably about 80% between the end of the season and training for pro day. Never really got, during pro day, I had a big, my left ankle was real taped up. So I had a good pro day, but, running the 40, doing all this stuff at about 80%. Ended up getting signed by the Chiefs, not signed, invited by the Chiefs to minicamp. Right after the draft, went out there for a few days. It's pretty cool because now the 3 coaches that worked with me, Matt Nagy, Doug Peterson, and Andy Reid, are all head coaches now. So I'm in a meeting room with these 3 guys, and they're critiquing my tape. And I actually had a really good camp. I mean, the worst I did in the team drills, I think one day was like 14 for 16. My percentages was really good. So it wasn't really much more I could do. I think there's always one or two plays you look back on and you're like, man, maybe that was the one play. Maybe I didn't show my arm strength. Maybe this or maybe that. Kind of think about that after. But, I got my shot there. Thought I gave it my best shot. So when I came back, I actually hadn't traveled, ever. I'd never been to Europe before. So I kind of wanted to go out there and check it out. Went out there for 10 days. While I was there, I had some Canadian offers to come play there. And really, not such the case all the time, but, I have my family, having my business here, knowing that this was what I was going to do. It's a career for me. It was kind of easy to hang them up, instead of going to Canada and keep chasing the dream, right? Because, I didn't need that to survive, and I wanted to start my career. I didn't want to have to put in all those hours in the gym if, just to be playing up in Canada in the cold weather. It just wasn't for me, right? Or keep chasing this 3-4 years, go down the drain in terms of me not being able to start work with my dad at an earlier age. So that was all things that went into that. Really happy I did it because, 5-6 years into it, if I would have started 2 years ago, I'd be way behind. I wouldn't have my shoe brand. I wouldn't have, our company, has grown a fair amount since I started. So I just feel like a lot of these things would have been prolonged. Maybe it wouldn't have happened if I waited. So, timing is everything. So just thought it was the right time.
For sure. You would have probably killed it in Canada, though. That's probably perfect for your game right there. Extra receiver out there. What I'm saying? Wider field, no running game.
Yeah, for sure.
Perfect for
that style of play. My style of play fit real well with that league.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So talk to us about MI shoes and what your dad's been doing in his career and what you just noticed your entire life and basically shadowing your entire life. But just talk to us about that company, that brand, and essentially where it was when you was growing up, where it is now, and where you want to try to help it get to. Yeah.
So, what's crazy about the shoe business is, it's very volatile. You can have some really good years, some real bad years. It's all based on how retail is, how the consumer market is. And you got to keep adapting the product. I'm joking. Crazy.
It's ridiculous.
You got to keep adapting and changing your product, updating and keeping it fresh. It's not like you're just selling, toilet paper and it doesn't change year after year. So, my dad started in the 70s, built, just doing his classification is called clogs, wood bottom shoes. He was one of the biggest distributors in America at the time. He caught on to this trend, all made in Sweden. And then when that trend died down, he partnered up with a few people, designers, and built what we have now is more of a fashion line, more breadth. And then the business was all out of Brazil. We made all our shoes in Brazil. And then in the early 2000s, Brazil, the taxes, some real bad, the taxes almost made it impossible to do business there. So we had to move our operation to China. And we've been in China since then for 20 years. And then where we're at now, we kind of have an identity. You have to keep, like I said, you got to keep changing. So, every so often, your look, your feel, your aesthetic will change. And that's why the shoe business is kind of, to be around for 45 years, I got to say, my dad did a great job, getting through all the peaks and valleys. Right. So, it's fun. That's also why it makes it fun. It's a challenge, just like a football game. I do a lot of sales. You go in there, you make a big sale, you feel like you just threw a touchdown. So there's a lot of, you working with, I got a sales team that I work with. It's very much like a football team, the way I have to take charge and in the huddle saying, so I brought a lot of things from football into shoes. I think even much more than say school. Cause it is a lot of just working with people, talking with people. So yes, and that's in a nutshell.
In a nutshell.
Yeah.
So did you, so you always knew you wanted to be in a part of the family business? Like, do you have any siblings or is it just you?
Yeah, I have my sister. So I always, for me, it was, we could have been doing anything. The family business to me, that whole carrying the torch kind of thing, means something to me. I think kind of gives some purpose, right? Try and keep carrying that torch for the next generation and so forth. My sister never really, I always said I can sell things even if I don't like them, if I can sell them, right? She's someone that she has certain things that she specifically liked to do. Our shoes wasn't one of them. My mom and her recently started a fashion line, higher end fashion line that they sell to, like Neiman Marcus and Saks Fifth Avenue, all the big Revolve, all these big companies that they've really grown the business in. So they're kind of doing that part. My dad and I kind of doing the shoe thing. It's probably best that way, a little less arguing. And, it's tough to work with your family, man. It's real tough. It's a blessing and a curse. Because sometimes you just want them to be your dad or your mom, but you're working with them and it gets a little muddy in the office sometimes. So
for sure, I'm sure it does.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when your dad's coaching you. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey,
same thing.
I've told this story multiple times, but since we on video, let me go ahead and put it out there. My dad dropped me off at practice. My dad's the coach of the team. I'm a player for the team. My dad dropped me off at practice and made me run for being late. Crazy.
Hey, I couldn't imagine working for Frank though, man. Like actually in the office working for Frank.
Helicopter. He invented the cell phone box. There's a box at the door. Drop your cell phone off. Oh man, that's crazy. So that's dope, Strauss. So where's your vision, man? They say that the second generation of family business owners usually have a tendency to fail or more likely to fail or lose or make the business go down type situation. I don't know if you've ever heard about that. So essentially they're saying like if the parents start the business and the kids take it over, the business is usually either does worse or just basically closes up.
They say the first generation makes the money, the second generation spends the money, the third generation gets nothing.
Yeah, right. So
what do you think about that, man? That's a lot of pressure on you.
Yeah, but I like it though, because I enjoy what I do. I'm good at it. Now working with him now and, taking I have a pretty large role, with the company, and just seeing where we're headed and the direction we're going. And really the biggest thing is just like, coaching staff, a head coach, they need good coordinators, good DB coaches, and just like a team. We have a whole staff of my president, all spread around from the sales team, customer service, logistics. We have departments, so it's kind of ran like a well-oiled machine, and you really just need to manage it and have the right people managing it. And as long as you're selling product, which is what I focus on the most, is the design and the selling of the shoes. As long as you have as long as you have a good core customers, good relationships. That's really the most important part, which we do have that. So where I definitely hear what you say there, and and there is differences. My dad definitely has a passion for shoes that I have a passion for shoes, but I would say with him it's more of a sentimental passion. For me, I love business. So I've learned to really like shoes. I've always liked them in the past. I've always loved men's shoes, obviously, which is why I'm doing the men's thing now. But, just having that, having that vision of where I want to go with it, having the men's thing, continuing with the women's thing, how I can branch to, how I can do the men's thing and make women's shoes under that line. Maybe one day, maybe it's more sneaker oriented, tap different markets. Because the best way to grow your company is laterally, right? Because you can just pull from all these different areas, as opposed to, if I do a business with Nordstrom with my women's line, well, now I have a separate open to buy, from money that they have to spend for my men's line. So before that, we weren't able to pull from different hats. So just, having a kids line, having like a more mature line, being able to just pull from different departments, different buying offices, and growing with the customer base I have already, which is, why with the men's line, a lot of the price points are in line with where my women's shoes are. so that one day I can really blow it up and, go after all the customers that I have, on both sides. So that's kind of like the plan, the vision. I think we're headed in the right direction. Like I said, it's when you got a well-oiled machine already, it's hard. It's easy to mess it up, but if you have good people working for you, working with you, you can sleep a little easier at night.
Solid. And this is my last question. I'm gonna let Dom and Max jump in with a couple questions. So Strauss, is it Ramm, Strauss and Ramm, or Strauss and Ramm?
Yeah, Ramm.
So Strauss and Ramm is the division that you just started underneath MIA Shoes. Explain to us, as far as, I know you talked about it a little bit at the beginning and you're in Nordstrom's, congratulations on all that, but it's like, I talked to you when I was in Miami, I was like, man, that's really impressive to be able to get your lines. I know you already have connections and things like that, but even getting to the point of even having Nordstrom as an opportunity is a huge thing. So talk to us about just like, did you talk to your dad and say, this is what I want to do? Or like, how did that even come about, that even thought process of like taking or creating your own brand underneath the main umbrella?
Yeah, so that's actually a cool story because, I did this whole thing without even telling my dad about what I was doing. Just kind of did it, behind his back per se. But you can have a great idea and it may not be the right time. And I think timing is everything really in life. Because everybody's got good ideas and good intentions, but sometimes it's just not the right time. So my women's buyer from Mia got the job at Nordstrom during the whole COVID. They reorganized the entire building. They fired a bunch of people. They left him on the staff, and we had gone to dinner a few times in New York. Always told him like what my dreams were, kind of with what my vision was, what I wanted to do with men's and so forth. So he kind of dropped me a text. Hey, listen, before it gets is made public, I got the men's job. And then if you're working on anything, let me know. And I wasn't working on anything. I had ideas, but I wasn't working on anything. And I was going to China in 2 weeks for, just Mia shoes for a women's trip, check on the factories and things like that. So it kind of was just like, when he said that, I said, yes, I'll send you over what I have. Then my designer, Gabriel Ramm, he works for Mia. He's one of our designers for Mia. That's where the name comes from. Strauss and Ramm kind of, wanted to put his name into it so that we kind of both can, I have my vision, he has his pencil, and it's both of us doing it. So kind of wanted to have something for him as well. But that's kind of how it happened. I took shoes that I wear, styles I wear, Chelsea's, Chukkas, slip-on, Vans kind of shoes. Just kind of put together those volume fashion looks, and just try to do them in some cool new materials, things like that. Put a little black block on the back of all our shoes as kind of a signature. So put all that together while we were in China. Got him involved in the process. The buyer, what are you looking for? What do you need? So kind of made it, got him a little invested into it as well, from an idea standpoint. And then we got our orders. COVID hit. All the orders got canceled. Rewinding it back though, when I got back from China, I went. I had a meeting set up with Nordstrom in Seattle the next day. I walked into my dad's office and I told him what I had done. We already had made the samples. We had the shoes made, and I'm already going out to Seattle. So he's never wanted to do men's shoes. He always thought it was a bad idea because, I think he's tried in the past or known people who've tried. So I knew he would try and talk me out of it. But I'm happy, I'm obviously happy I did it the way I did. Went out there went out to the meeting, got the orders. COVID hit, canceled the orders, thought the brand was, dead before it started. And then right after COVID, I'd say back in August, when they started buying shoes again, kind of put it all back on the table and, made it happen. So it's kind of like, it's crazy how we've gotten here in a year like this. But, midway through the year, I would have told you, I don't know if this is ever going to happen. Because, I'm in the wholesale business more so than the retail business, right? So, I'm reliant on, some of these box stores to buy the shoes because, where I do work with in China, it's all based around volume. So I need to be ordering thousands and thousands of pairs, not, 20s and 30s or hundreds even. So that's kind of where I want to get to. I want to be able to, make shoes for everybody, make it for the country, not like a boutique brand, the feel of a boutique brand, but for the masses.
How do you feel about like I said that was my last question, but how do you feel about like the e-commerce places and those things? Do you think that you're gonna have to transition at all? And
yeah, I mean you got businesses like there's a business in San Francisco called Stitch Fix. They have they send out these fixes, so they send you out your outfit and a pair of shoes. They got basically like a personal stylist. And that website is evolving like crazy. I'm looking to hopefully partner with them. I do big women's business with them, so I'm hoping that I can get in front of them on the men's team. But that, I'm trying to find, Nordstrom itself has a very strong e-commerce business. So really going after people that have that strong e-commerce business, because box store business isn't going away. It's still pretty strong. But, I would say more so with customer loyal type people like a Nordstrom's, like a DSW, people who just go to these specific stores are still going there. A lot of the other outlier stores are starting to fall out, but focusing on the e-commerce thing, because that is the future. But I don't think that shopping in stores will ever go away, at least not anytime soon. There's still plenty of people traveling to the malls.
For sure. All right, man. Well, that's really much all I got. Let's see what Dom and Matt's got for you.
Hey, you think you'll ever go into like performance, since you were an athlete? Like ever go into like performance, like shoes, whether it's like cross trainers or cleats or whatever?
Yeah, like for me, I always tell everybody, like, especially when it comes to shoes, like I can make anything, right? I'm sampling slippers now, right? Like, something that doesn't look like an UGG, but for this, can kind of give you the same purpose. But yeah, like, on the athletic front, it's in terms of competition, you have your Nikes, Under Armours, now you even got people like Lululemon in the higher end market, Adidas and so forth. So there's a lot of competition there. Would I go into it? Yes, I would go into it, though, only if there was a need of something that I could provide, where I found white space, where I found it was a need for a store I work with. With Nordstrom, for example, the Chukka sneaker, they don't have those, whereas that's always been a popular look, especially in down here in Miami. Chelsea boots, they just never had a Chelsea sneaker. So I just found some looks they didn't have. So if I identify some looks that in the sports world that I feel is an opportunity, I would jump in there. But it would take time, because that's a whole nother category of shoes. That's performance rather than just having a shoe look good and feel good. That shoe actually has to perform. So
more ingenuity going into it.
Yeah, and I would like to do that, but it would be in the future dreams of it. That would be like more in the 10, 15-year plan rather than the 5-year plan.
And listen, man, that performance is a little overrated, because I'm gonna be honest with you.
I'll make some golf shoes, though. That's what I want to do. Make some golf shoes.
Yeah, they could definitely use some. You can definitely use some fashion on the golf course.
Yeah.
Outside of DBs, wide receivers, running backs, what I'm saying, like offensive linemen, defensive linemen, well, maybe defensive offensive linemen and quarterbacks. I don't know what type of performance they got in them shoes right there, but we can throw anything.
They got ankle performance. They got ankle protection.
Yeah, we can throw anything on there.
Sure.
So, what you got, Max? What you got for Strauss?
Yeah, so first and foremost, are you always planning to be like a part of Mia Shoes, or are you trying to like branch off and do your own brand? Like basically, are you trying to be like the Air Jordans of Nike, or are you trying to come out with the next, Strauss shoes?
For me, at least the way I was raised in my family, like it's kind of like what's mine is yours, kind of thing. So for me, it wouldn't make much sense to branch out. Because when anything that I do, I want to share that with my family. Any ideas, just like I'm fortunate enough to one day be able to run Mia Shoes, right? I'm fortunate enough that my dad and my family put me in that position. Now that I have this idea and this brand, it's only fair that I return that favor. I mean, we're doing this together, kind of thing. Right. So. Even though it was my idea, even in that regard, keeping it all under the same roof, just to become more and more powerful. and strong in that way, I think is more important than trying to branch off and prove a point or show that I can do this on my own. Where, if you have the resources, you should use them. I've always, you have the resources, use them. No reason to make it harder on yourself for no reason. But yeah, I mean, listen, by I may have more ideas, but I think they'd all probably operate under the Mia umbrella per se.
So by having all the resources and already being in the business, do you feel like you may miss out on something? A lot of, entrepreneurs and people startups say some of the best ideas or best inventions come from failure. Do you feel you might miss something, or that might not going through that hardship, there might be something opportunity that you miss out on, or you just kind of so it's almost better that you have the resources to not make those mistakes? Yeah,
I mean, there's always that fear, like having not failed yet. But, like I said, I would say before I was working with Mia, we had some down years, which obviously affected the family. And I've seen that. I've lived through it with my dad.
Yeah.
So not to say I was hurting per se, but the company was hurting those years. So people that I've worked with have gone through the lows also. So in that regard, I didn't personally go through it because I wasn't there working, but I went through it from a family level. And what it's like to have a few bad years in a row, almost have to sell your company, almost have to do all these things. And then now getting to where we're at, where we're the strongest we've been in quite a long time. So I haven't personally been through it. Do I think am I going to miss out on other things? I like what I do now. I think I just got to keep building on, keep building and building and building on it. And if one day, if failure comes knocking on the door, you learn from it and go on. But like I said, we got a pretty good, well-oiled machine, I like to call it. And if you just do it, manage it the right way and get people around you that have been through things, failure and things like that, or have been through the down years, they can teach you a lot. So I say that's, more or less, my take on it in that regard.
Solid. All right, yeah. So this is about to be the last podcast of the year right here. So I just wanted to ask a couple of general questions and get everybody's opinion on it. So first of all, what is one thing that you got done during the pandemic that you otherwise wouldn't have this year? So I'm gonna go with myself first. And one thing I got done during the pandemic that I otherwise wouldn't have was I got this tech part of Helping Hands that I'm about to release coming up in 2021. We're going to use it internally first, but it's going to be for just helping with staffing large jobs, large opportunities, especially because first of all in Lexington, we're staffing when we're up and running full speed, it's probably 100 people, 60 to 100 people a day, and it was just getting out of hand with text messaging and saying that people was getting there. Can you work today? Can you work tomorrow? All those different type of things is crazy. So I'm taking this event. There's an app called Hobnob, and it's for events and parties and things of that nature, and inviting people to parties. And we're going to take that same concept, but we're going to put it to staffing jobs and staffing internally for your team in a job space. So that's one thing I got done. Also, obviously losing some weight, get my weight down real quick. I got a $500 bet with Max, and I got a number that I got to hit that I know I'm pretty good at. If I hit that number, I ain't got to worry about it. And, we'll go from there. So that's probably two things I really focused on getting back into the gym. I got a thing I'm on right now. It's called 8 and 8, 8 a.m., 8 p.m. I was on that same thing in Miami, 8 a.m., 8 p.m. You know what I'm saying? And we go from there. So locking in on the weights, and then obviously, thinking about another revenue stream through technology with Helping Hands specifically. So that's one thing I got done during the pandemic I probably wouldn't have if the pandemic hit. Dom Joe, what you get done during the pandemic that you otherwise wouldn't have if we didn't have a pandemic?
I would say, I don't know, maybe eventually I probably would have done it, but the pandemic definitely sped up the process with golf, man. Saying definitely got my golf game right.
Me too.
I mean, I'm getting my golf game right. Let me say I'm getting my golf game right. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm getting better. And all the time off gave me time to actually take lessons and learn how to do it the right way. So I'm getting professional lessons when I can. to speed up my learning process. And then business wise, me and Reese, that's my my girlfriend, my partner. We are about to start. We want to start being hair vendors to salons in 2021. So we're getting that together. We've been working on that. You know what I mean? That was basically just us sitting around looking at each other all day like, hey, what you want to do? What would you want to do if you didn't have to work for anybody all day?
Bro, what's going on, bro?
Hey, now we got top numbers. I got something for you. I got something for you.
Hey, man, there's a lot of adjusting today.
He giving us nostril shots and everything.
It's a lot of adjusting going on today, man. But that's pretty much what we do, man. That came from just us looking at each other like, yo, what would you do if you wasn't working for anybody? So we're gonna see where it goes, man. Start it up, see where it goes, and you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So we're gonna see what happens with it.
Yeah. Strauss, we was talking about golf, but Strauss was ducking me on the golf course, bro. So we ain't gonna talk about
my golf game. When is your golf game ever up to par, Don? It's never what we want it to be.
You know what I'm saying?
I know. It's never where you want it to be because I'm not gonna be satisfied until I'm birdieing every hole. But
every hole.
Yeah.
And I'm good with bogeys every hole, man.
You know what I'm saying?
But bogey golf.
I want to see. I got like a couple tiers, man. Chase is in one of them tiers, man. So once I get, you know what I'm saying, I got a couple people on my hit list. So once I get a piece of that action, you know what I'm saying, between the people that's on my hit list, I'll know where I'm at, and then I can go from there.
Hey, that's all I'm gonna say. I was down there in Miami, you know what I'm saying, and I play Kentucky once, twice a week, something like that. I'm down there in Miami getting some good weather, and so my rotation was a little smoother, and that wasn't as sore. So the group hits in front of you, right, and you let them get out of your way and stuff like that. Man, I hit some bombs off the tee where, hey, I got up there and they was like, that almost hit us, sir. I'm like, hey, my bad. You know what I'm saying? That's how I shoot the ball. I said, hey, that rotation was a little loose out there in Miami, man. I was hitting some shots out there. So
300 plus?
Huh?
300 plus?
I mean, once you do the math, you know what I'm saying? It's probably somewhere around there. But let's just say they're not out of range yet. I'm not hitting them until they're on the green, pretty much. I don't know if it was a short course or what, but I was waiting for a while. I wasn't at the tips though. I was at the blues. So, that might could have been a difference. But hey, just let you know
that's the one thing I got the distance.
You got the distance.
I can drive it.
Out there, man, and just
everybody can drive, man. Everybody said they can drive, man. I gotta believe it when I see it, man.
I wasn't gonna take any of his money or nothing like that, but I can't vouch for the thing right now. So we'll see. But that was one thing.
The thing what I picked up that I definitely would have never picked up was I bought a bike. Okay. I know a lot of these guys are Pelotoning, but you got good weather down here.
That's the real deal. That's what I'm talking about.
The real deal. Yeah. I got the tights. I got the clips. Yeah. I got it all. I'm the guy that I used to hate driving by, as younger.
Hey, Strauss, I got me one too, man.
Yeah.
For the whole family. I bought 4 of them.
That guy everybody hates.
Dom Joe bought roller skates. He didn't mention that. He brought roller skates.
Oh, dang. Yeah, I did buy the rollerblades, man. It's winter time now, though. You know what I'm saying? So they in the trunk. Man, ready. They in the trunk, ready to go, man. But I got the rollerblades, bro.
Hey. It's wintertime down here too. We had a little cold front the other day. It's in the 50s.
In the 50s.
Oh, that's kind of cold for Miami.
Right? It's crazy. But you would have thought it was snowing. You would have thought it was snowing.
But yeah, man, them rollerblades ain't no joke, man.
What you got, Max? What's your one thing you got done during the pandemic?
Man, I changed it all up. I was a lot of the people that I learned from and mentors and stuff is old school. So, I thought you got the office with the business suit and this and that, and with the pandemic and not being, not wanting to go out and stuff, man, I changed up my whole guest room to my home office. Was able to get the moving company up and going. I probably wouldn't have because I was just, wasn't thinking about doing that. But the pandemic just really showed me, man, nothing was guaranteed. And so you got to take your chances while you can. Before that, I was doing all right. I was doing, sitting fine, doing everything I was doing. And I probably wouldn't have taken a chance on another company. But once the pandemic hit, I was like, man, ain't no better time than now. So it just, put it in perspective that, really
your whole business can get shut down with one swoop. So, sometimes you got to branch out and do more than one thing.
Oh yeah, you gotta throw your eggs in multiple hats for sure. So having that multiple streams of income is definitely a thing. But yeah, definitely kind of like you said, just another revenue stream, another opportunities, and business opportunities. So that's solid.
The time off gave you a lot of time to kind of just think, kind of reset.
That's it.
Yeah.
See, with this tech stuff, like I'm building this new platform. Like what I hate about building a new tech thing from the beginning is the thing just like it never hits the deadlines that you expect. You know what I'm saying? Like it never hits the deadlines. First you say, all right, man, I can build this about 3-4 months. Man, we on 9 months now. I started this project in March, and we just now about to finish and have it testing where we're testing it like next week. So that's a full 9 months. That's a full pandemic so far. We've been working on this tech platform, and I was like, I've been paying this person monthly. Sure, it's probably about 15 to 20K into the joint right now. That I could have held on to, you know what I'm saying? But instead, we're pushing it into something that hopefully takes this thing to the next level, for sure. With this concept and this idea, and this obviously, me, I'm always thinking vertical integration. If I can use it, I know another security company can use it. I know another cleaning company can use it. And I know this like that. Shoot, that's how I do. I build things for myself and then take them to my competitors. Hey, let me go ahead and get some money off of you as well. You know what I'm saying? So that's exactly what we're gonna do with that as soon as it's ready. Last question, and then we're gonna get off here. What are 3 goals you have for 2021? We're gonna start with Max Milien. 3 goals for 2021. What you got?
3 goals for 2021, man. I mean, the weight goal is always there. We got this $500 bet, but basically, I got to get down. I'm within striking distance. I don't know if 9 more days I'm gonna hit my weight I wanted, but I'm within striking distance. You know what I'm saying? If y'all watch, if we had done this Zoom call throughout the last 6 months, y'all will see a little difference in your boy. But other than that, man, I'm actually trying to work on. I'm at the link with you, Chase. But I got a new app idea, man, for the moving company. I ain't gonna spill the beans, so I get some patents and stuff down on there. But the gist of it is I want to. There's nothing proprietary about a moving company, and I'm always thinking, in the long run, if I do want to sell, what's going to differentiate me? And right now, my moving company's just like any other moving company, except for our customer service, which is not proprietary. So, I got a little proprietary thing I'm trying to implement, and that's my main goal for 2021 is going to be getting that up off the ground because it's something that ain't never been seen before. So, there's gonna be a lot of heartaches I think to go through, and just a lot of things to work out. Just pick up most of my time. And my third goal is I got to get, for those you don't know, I got engaged this year, so just getting the wedding planned and not losing my mind while doing it or my bank account. So that's goal number 3, man, is getting that thing planned in a timely and orderly fashion, and with all this other stuff going around, man. You can't work all the time. You got to make time for yourself and for the people you love in your life. So I got to constantly, consciously make time for that.
Do you want to go ahead and give us your weight? Where you weight at right now, Max? You want to give us those numbers?
Hey man, listen, I'm within striking distance of my 220 goal. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Striking distance.
That's what's up, man.
Striking distance of my 220. Yeah, man. I started this thing out at about 257.
257.
I'm up 10 pounds, man.
Yeah,
So
How'd you get there, Max? Max, how'd you get to 257?
How'd I get 257, man? I mean, I want to blame it on working and traveling, man. When I was up and running before the pandemic, I was on the road probably 3 days a week. So, you in the car, you eating like shit. I'm in hotels every night, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't using the hotel gym. So
you weren't using it.
I wasn't using the hotel gym. And then, you drive for 6 hours, then you work for another 6 hours. You come back to the hotel, I'm going to sleep, bro. Yeah. So I got up there, but yeah,
I feel you on that. I feel you on that. Though.
But then when I used to try and work. I was hitting like 30, 40 miles a week on the bike, so that helped a lot. That cardio was something I never did. And I don't like running. My knees was hurting. I was too heavy. So that bike cardio, man, is what turned it around. So
that'll help you drop it quick.
I know. So I might get a Peloton for this winter season. We're going to see.
Yeah, I done did a mile in the snow with my kids yesterday, bro. Now my Achilles like on fire, bro. I keep stretching this thing out.
You ran? You ran in the snow?
Yeah, but the thing is, though, see, typically I run like I'm perfectly content running 10-minute miles. I'm gonna keep it a bean. You know what I mean? Chase say, I might as well be walking. But at right now, I don't care, bro. I'm cool with 2 miles at a 10-minute pace. Easy. Cool. Get my sweat in. That's all that matters, man.
You know
I had to push yesterday.
On the treadmill, right? Everybody do know what speed it is on the treadmill. That's a 5 mile per hour speed on the treadmill for 20 minutes.
Yeah, man. Yeah, bro. That's about 5. You know what I mean? 5.5. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That's how we go. Keep it easy. Get the sweat in. That's all I need.
That's just the treadmill, Chase.
I feel you, dog.
Run.
Hey, but the kids, I can't be pulling up the rear when I'm training with my kids, man. So I was pushing a little bit. I didn't time the mile, but it was definitely an 8-minute clip. You know what I'm saying? In the snow, man, my thing on fire right now, bro. So Max, I don't blame you.
You running in Tim's or what?
Nah, I was running in cleats, bro. I was running in cleats.
It's just a little dusting. They just had a little dust out there. You know what I'm saying?
And nothing too crazy. Maybe a couple inches.
That made me think. We're talking about bikes and we're talking about snow. Me and Max was just talking about my car broke down out there in Charlottesville once and I didn't have no car. And we got the largest snow in the history of Charlottesville that same week. I didn't have no whip. And I messed my car up trying to get out the snow. I messed my transmission up. And
Old faithful.
And I live way out there in Barracks West because I got to be on my ISO. You know what I'm saying? I got to be on my ISO game. And then, because there's a whole bunch of grab fanning going on in every other building, in every other house. You know what I'm saying? So essentially, I was over there sleeping at the field house and all kind of stuff, riding my bike. Then it was snowing. I was like, hey, Max, man, we got like a 5 a.m. We got like a 5 a.m. workout, bro. I was like, hey, Max, you got to come get me, bro. I ain't going to make it. You know what I'm saying? I think I called Max once. He didn't answer. I started walking.
Hey, man, because you know that bike you left early. I was still asleep when you called me first time.
Hey, he picked me up right there at the BP. At the BP.
Hey.
That
BP. Some of the, I got you. I won't go let Chase down, man.
I used to go to bed scared sometimes because we had those 5-6 a.m. stadium runs.
Oh, if you just over that little building at the ISO building, you definitely might be. You should be scared.
To this day, that might have been one of the hardest workouts I've ever done. When we did we snaked the whole stadium.
Oh yeah. I think I won that joint, so I can't say it was.
Anyway, and we're doing it in a full sweatsuit because it's 30 degrees outside.
Yeah. It was a solid little joint right there. All right, Tom Joe, what's your 3 goals for next year?
3 goals. This year for sure. We definitely gonna buy a house. It's pretty much already in the works, so that's going down. We're getting out of Philly though. That's the thing, man. I don't know if I could be. I'm moving into the
podcast room, bro, with some equipment. All right.
Huh?
Get you a dedicated podcast room with some equipment. All right.
Yeah, man.
Hey, we can get that on the list, man.
Everybody put your hands in there. Can everybody put their hands in the screen?
Let's go. All right, there we go. We can put the hands on the screen, man. There we go.
Oh man.
Number 2, I want to sign a big contract with this architecture firm from Mark Gard. I think I can get them in, man. I've been courting them for a couple months now, man. This is the big fish right here. This is the big fish. So hopefully it can take us to a level that we haven't been before. So that'll be nice. And then the 3rd goal is just, man, take this new hair vending business, man, and see where it goes. I hope it's successful, man, because I really want to do it for Reese, for real. Like, outside of football, I'm only passionate working with my family. So, like, if I can do something for her that'll be productive and let her have her own, man, that'll be love, man. So we definitely gonna get a shot at everything we got.
Solid. Strauss, top 3 goals for next year.
From a business side, with the new men's line, just strengthening my footprint out there. Like I mentioned before, being able to add a store like Stitch Fix or, a service like that, or, another big time partner. We're actually going to be adding Zappos for next summer, hopefully. But adding a big time department store of some sorts to just grow that brand. That's definitely a goal. On the women's side, in the business side, just continuing the growth that we're on, really just keeping it, just making sure we don't drop the ball there, and we keep adapting and keep growing. And then really always goal of mine is always to spend more time with my family. I mean, I spend good time with them already, working and things like that. But outside of work, had a couple scares this year with the fam. So just trying to, spend more time with them and, really just looking at life and not thinking that, everything revolves around your job. You got to remember to live a little bit, and spend time with your family. So that would probably be my third goal.
Solid. 3 goals for me I got is with Easy Turn. Hopefully get into an acquisition space with Easy Turn. That would be solid. Personal goal, commercial property and commercial apartment property investment. I want to do 10 units or more. And then for Helping Hands, it's going to be to diversify the income coming in. I did the numbers, man. And yearly income coming in from Helping Hands, bro. I broke it down. Every single coin that's coming in from Helping Hands, bro. Lexington can take about 95%. Lexington about 95%. Dom Joe's at 0. I got Maryland at a couple percent. You know what I'm saying? As far as yearly income type situation. So my goal is to, one, get these people, get Dom to at least 1%. I mean, it's been the hardest thing in my life. Try to get him to 1% on the yearly income, boy, for Helping Hands, bro. It's been the hardest thing that I've had to do. I mean,
hey, I feel you, Dom, man. That ain't easy, bro.
Thank you, bro. Hey. Max going through his nightmare right now.
I'm gonna give him any turn work this year. When we get the turn this year, he's gonna be like, "Hey, bro, what we got?" I'm like, "Hey, bro, I might not even get you no turn work this year, to be honest with you, bro." Like, hey, every time I give him some turn work, he messing up my security opportunities for my yearly income. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm learning. So essentially, like, I'm trying to rethink those opportunities right there. But ultimately, I would like to get each area or each regional at about the 10K mark a month for that. Like, that's my goal, is to get 10K a month.
How many regionals you got right now?
Huh?
How many regionals do you have right now?
I mean, the same ones: LA, Austin, Texas, Philly,
VA,
Illinois, Champaign, Virginia. So those different type of areas like that. But yeah, trying to get it to the 10K mark, that would be great. Not just for the company Helping Hands, but for my regionals as well. You know what I'm saying? Then I can make sure that everybody's eating a little better. But essentially, and another goal is just keep feeding Max. Don't let Max drop the ball, because he's trying to drop that ball out there, bro. The ball is slipping. You know what I'm saying? The ball is slipping. He's lighting loose right now. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Dom, you know how I be, man. I gotta get back into a corner first. I ain't gonna lie though, you know what I'm saying? There's a couple times that Chase didn't warn me up front of what it's gonna take, and I ain't believe him. I ain't listen to him, Dom. And it came just like he said. Hey, man. I had to make some changes, man. I had to make some changes, you know what I'm saying? You think people are gonna do some bonehead stuff, but they're doing some bonehead plays out there. But you know what I'm saying? I'm back on it.
Hey man, if that security is like anything y'all talking about up in at that property, boy, whew. That's a bad joint. That's all I can say.
But that's it, man. That's all we got. Strauss, man, we appreciate you jumping on here, man. Tell everybody where they can reach you at, follow your journey at, all those different type of things like that.
The Instagram handle is Strauss and Ramm. The other one is shop_Mia Shoes. Mine is mstrauss3. Pretty much can get everything you need from there. You guys know where to catch me. Appreciate you having me on. Come on whenever. You guys are great. It's always great to catch up with y'all.
Yeah.
I hope you guys have a good holidays and all that good stuff.
And I'll be in Miami soon, bro.
Last thing, bro.
I promise I won't big dog you, Dom. I promise.
The Miami Heat will make it back to the championship.
No,
I think
they're not gonna make it back to the championship.
I love that you brought that up, Chase, because Dom, you can't talk about the Sixers after last year.
Bruh.
Right?
What, bruh?
Listen. Hey, you got the
laughing stock. We got Doc Rivers.
You got the laughing stock of the East. You got so much talent on that team. They couldn't do nothing with it. And then you flip around, and you got the Miami Heat. You got baby Tyler Hero. You got Duncan Robinson, who's my friend, who just looks like one of the guys out there. You know what I mean? And these guys are torching everybody. Right? You got a 19, 20-year-old kid torching everybody. And you got Jimmy Buckets. I mean, I don't know why they call him Jimmy Buckets. He can get buckets, but that's not even the best thing he does. His defense is crazy.
So what's the answer? What's the answer? You're doing a whole bunch of talking right now. What's the answer? Are they going to make it back to the ship or not?
No, they're not. Because the Sixers going to make it back to the chip, bro.
I think Bam's gonna make the next step. I think we're as good as he is. His jump will be as good as how we'll be. Him and
Miami's
Tyler.
not deep enough this year, man.
Right.
Miami's
But
not
you know
deep
what,
enough
though?
this year.
They said that last year. What do you mean we're not deep enough? We got so if you haven't been watching the preseason, but we got a guy called, his name is Matt Strauss. He's a shooter. Made seven. Watch some highlights. We'll make 7 straight. Shooter.
Bruh, we got Dwight. We got Dwight. We got Danny Green.
Hey, no, we don't care about none of that, man. We're not asking questions about the Sixers.
We got
people you don't even know about.
All right, let's jump into this, man. Hey, I was just asking a question for Mike Strauss, and then Dom jumping in with all his Sixers stuff, man.
We should be the favorite to win the East.
I'm just telling y'all the truth. Let me
show you what Max got.
But you were saying the same thing. I'm sure you were saying the same thing.
It's between us and the Nets.
We're gonna leave this podcast off this note right here. I just want to cue this up since we had to get into this little argument today about.
You want to know what's going on in this play, Chase? That's all. I'm gonna hit play.
I'm gonna give it to you from the beginning. I'm gonna give it to you from the jump. I remember
okay.
So here we go.
Let me bring it back. Let me bring it back a little bit for you, Chase. All right, here we go.
A little bit for me.
Tell me what's going on in this play right here.
All right, go back again. Can I see the scoreboard?
Yeah. Hold up. This ain't DVS. So all right, here we go. This is the scoreboard for you right here.
All right, first and 10, ball on the 20. Is this a play for real? Quarter 4?
Yeah, it's the play because he had quarterback.
Quarter 4, first and 10. All right.
Mm-hmm.
We just gave him a long play, it looked like. This is the starting quarterback about to motion out of the starting quarterback's about to motion out of the from under center. You know what I'm saying? Ja'Cory Harris about to motion out of center. And now we got Travis Benjamin. I already know Travis Benjamin is number 3 right here in the backfield. He never lines up in the backfield. There was one time where he lined up in the backfield and took the snap, and it was 100% sweep left. 100% sweep left. As soon as Ja'Cory motioned out, I'm probably already telling them. I might have already told him, hey, bro, we out. 100% Tennessee. So now here I am right here. Max, can you circle me up right there?
Yeah. Can y'all see my cursor?
I can see your cursor.
Yeah.
This Chase.
Well, that's me right there. And
this Dom.
And that's Dom. So I've already told him, like, hey, bro, it's 100% run. 100% sweep left. When they coming right to us, they about to sweep it left. You know what I'm saying? They coming right to us, bro. And you know what I'm saying? So here I am, like, all right, we got action. It's action. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is action right here.
Let's see how the play runs out. Let's see what happens.
So we are.
This Chase.
Pause it again. No, give me the pause. I ain't explained it yet. You know what I'm saying? Give me the pause, bro. Go back.
Hold on. It's hard. This ain't the DBS joint, bro.
He just gave up a long pass, too. We didn't see that play. Hey, man.
Oh, you want to see the play before? Let me. I had to play before.
Right, yo, we ain't gonna do this. Well, this is what we're not gonna do, yo. Let me pick up the phone.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? Yo.
Let me give you the play before. The play before was not good.
Yeah,
that's Dom.
Yeah. Come on now. Yo, don't do that, yo.
Let me cue it.
Come on now. Yo.
Here's Dom at the bottom of your screen.
Let's go now. Yo, what are we really talking about here? Like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, bro. Let's go. Let me dissect that play real quick, bro. Go back.
Yo, what are we talking about right now?
Go back, Max. Go back to the wide view.
But yo, so you really going?
Just let me dissect this play real quick, bro. This is a double coverage. This is a double coverage with Max and with Dom and Rodney right here. Dom can't go outside.
Yeah. Hey, bro, I lost my footing, right there. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of corny, though. You know what I mean? I'm just saying,
all right, here's your play, Chase.
All right, pause it real quick. Let me put this out there. He just got 10-yard separation on the double team against my man. So now I done gave him the call. I done gave him the play like, yo, you know what I'm saying? It's Toss Levis coming too. This is your redemption. This is redemption time right here. You know what I'm saying? We about to go ahead. I'm giving you the answers to the test. Bro. So I'm supposed to be in coverage right here. I blitz. I just abort the call, abort everything. Like, that's what I'm basically telling them. Abort everything.
They should be right here.
I know what's coming.
Max, you don't know shit, yo. You on offense. You don't know shit.
I'm on defense. Dom's man.
I said Max.
Oh, Dom's man. He's hot. He's hot, boy.
What was Dom? Is this Dom's man, Chase, or this Dom's man looking like he's blocking?
This Dom's man right here. This Dom's man. All right.
Which one?
So we like
this one?
Before, I guarantee it. Go before. So there's a thing called crack and replace, right?
All right.
Everybody should know what crack and replace is. Like, as soon as your man blocks, you come off their butt, right?
Yeah.
So I'm literally blitzing to just give Dom the free John. You know what I'm saying? If he don't block me, I'm gonna make the play easy. So I go right off the snap. Shoot. You know what I'm saying? Fastest get off on the defense right there. That's Dom's man blocking me in my back right here. They should have called.
So you are, let's see, the Boston. So you 5 yards in the backfield, Chase, and Dom 5 yards behind.
Dom's backpedaling.
Yo, see, Strauss, that's cute, right? That's cute. But look, though, it's still a TFL. Was it or was it not a TFL? Since you guys want to talk all this shit, right? Was it or was it not a TFL?
Hey, it was
why you backing up here?
But Chase, you right here, right?
Yo, it's first down. Yo, it's first down in the red zone, man. Let me get my bases covered.
So, Chase,
and still get the TFL.
Right here.
You know what I'm saying?
He should be right about here.
You know what I'm
He should
saying?
be right there. He should be right
here.
And this
He should be right here.
This is what made me mad about the situation. Is the fact of 72. If 72 does what he should do on this play, they out the gate again. You know what I'm saying? They out the gate again. So 72 is about to really mess this play up. But essentially, if 72 don't block that guy right there, if he get around that too, and then get on the Dom, if he touch outside and then get on the Dom Joe, that's 6.
That's touchdown. Ain't no one out here.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm mad about.
Let's see what's out. This is out though. 2 yard loss though. 2 yard loss. Okay.
All right, that's it. That's all I gotta say. But all I'm saying is, guys, I told him to play. He didn't believe me.
All right, then. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. Come on now. And that's corny, yo. You know what I mean? We're not gonna bring up the freaking block, you know what I mean? Freaking block field, block punt, and all that shit. You know what I mean?
We'll be back next week.